Let's Talk Stil'rs is sponsored by Italian Village Pizza, Lawrenceville Distilling. Enjoy their handcrafted spirits. Visit Canton, Ohio. Red Fox Winery and Lounge. Call Italian Village Pizza on Stil'rs game day and say, "Let's Talk Stil'rs." And any size pizza is buy one, get one free. Takeout or delivery. Let's Talk Stil'rs.
Huddle up, Stil'rs Nation. Let's talk Stil'rs. I'm Tank, he's Mike. You know, the Cincinnati Bengals, one of the best passing offenses in the league, one of the worst defenses in the league, Mike. Things went exactly to T in Cincinnati. You saw Arthur Smith being creative, multiple receivers used. He took advantage what the defense of the Bengals gave him with those little dump passes down the middle. I know where you're going to go first, and I don't even, you know how the one kid in school is always causing trouble and the teachers pay attention and there's 50 other kids? I don't even want to talk about George Pickens in this first segment, so don't even mention his name. Moving on.
No, I love the creativity of the offense. I think they opened it up a little bit more. They were right around 33% run game, 67% pass game, and then when you go 67% passing game, play callings on passes, and then Russell Wilson's up 76% completion percentage, you know, that's a recipe for success. And the thing is I think the pass game actually helped open up the run game this time around. And I actually like to see the Stil'rs open up. You see they had their highest score this season, you know, putting up points. Now the defense did get a touchdown.
Yes, they did.
However, that offense, that to me, that's the best they've looked. Again, it wasn't the Bengals don't have the stud defense in the NFL. However, I think they did a good job of mixing things up and keeping the defense off balance. And it obviously showed, because to me, Russell Wilson is back playing at a high level, at a Pro Bowl level, and I think he's getting his confidence every single week, and I think that's what you need, especially continue to improve and, you know, almost peak, you know, heading into the playoffs.
You know, you and I talked about this a couple of years ago. What the Stil'rs needed moving on from the failed Randy Fichtner experience, the Matt Canada, sorry I even mentioned his name. We talked last year about what do the Stil'rs need in an offensive coordinator. I remember distinctly one of the things we talked about was a football mind that understood what are my weapons, what are the weaknesses of the defense. I think you really saw that come together with Arthur Smith's offense last week. He knows his weapons, and we're loaded. Freiermuth got involved with the game, which was beautiful. But I like what Arthur Smith is doing. I like how this team every week is getting a little better offensively.
Well, and the creativity, and he's getting everyone involved. It's not just Freiermuth. You've got Washington as well, big tight end. You can tell people do not want to tackle. When he runs, take notice.
He's
every
massive.
Single time someone comes to tackle him, he doesn't just lower and run through. He actually launches. And I would actually like to see him just kind of high knee through it, because I think he would probably break those. People don't want to tackle. It's like Shaq on a football field. He is basically the Shaq of the NFL right now. You get him the ball in space, small corner, small defensive back has to try to make a tackle on him. It's very difficult. Then you've got Freiermuth, you've got Pickens, obviously. You've got so many weapons. And then Najee Harris, obviously, like, you know, we talked about it last week, one of the best running backs as far as durability, hasn't missed a start. Then you've got to change up with Jaylen Warren. So they've got so many things.
What about Cordell Patterson all of a sudden?
And Patterson.
Executing.
So they're using everyone. It's not just, it's a full team effort.
Hey, Mike, not one single jet sweep either, have I seen.
So you're seeing the creativity in the offense, you're seeing, but the thing is that they also have done is they have gotten back the old Stil'rs identity, whereas they want to be aggressive. They want to establish the line of scrimmage with their offensive line and get that run game going, and they're able to do that. Now, again, they only had 21 runs this past week, 38 passes, but they were still able to establish, you know, control the line of scrimmage.
One of the things I really like taking away from this Bengals game is, I can't call them no-name players, but when you're talking about guys like Cordell Patterson contributing, Nick Herbig every week steps up.
Well,
was that beautiful what him and Peyton Wilson did?
Well, you know, first of all, Nick Herbig is not a no-name player. He's a great player, you know, a great young player. They know what he could do. Obviously, that defensive line is doing a great job.
Oh,
And
Cam looks like he's ageless in his 14th
he's coming
year.
up. I mean, well, you talked earlier in the year, Tomlin challenged him, and he stepped up and kind of brought it to. But to me, Peyton Wilson is, to me, he's that. We said it back earlier in the year. To me, that was the pick of the draft. Getting him in the third round.
Yep.
He is the modern day Brian Urlacher. He can run, he can cover, he can tackle, he can hit, he can do it all, and he's 6'4". I mean, that's a huge weapon to have.
Wow. They took care of business in Cincinnati. Now, Mike, it's on to the revenge factor against the Cleveland Clowns coming to our field at Acrisure Stadium. Mike, you played with Charlie Batch up in Detroit. Was he a nice guy even then up in Detroit?
Oh, he's a great guy. Charlie, he very friendly, goes out of his way for all the fans, helps people out. He's got a great organization. He was a great team player as well. So. But he does a lot for the community, and he's just a good person all around. In fact, my sister used to bust with Charlie, used to bust on him, and she still does when she sees him. And but he's a good sport about it, and he's a great person.
He's a great person. The Batch Foundation was formed over 25 years ago. Charlie has done some incredible work with the youth here in Western Pennsylvania. He has this incredible facility over in the Munhall Homestead area. He has several fundraisers every year. Of course, a couple weeks ago, you weren't there, but I was there. It was great. It was called In the Pocket, where guys like James Harrison were playing ping pong. Can you imagine James Harrison playing ping pong?
Against you?
No, not me. I'm not that coordinated. So let's take a look at In the Pocket, benefiting the Batch Foundation.
Welcome to In the Pocket at the Best of the Batch Foundation.
Celebrate good times, come on. Let's celebrate. There's a party going on right here. A celebration.
She's wearing me out with a good defense. The offense ain't very good today, but the defense is good.
And to get to this point of where we are now, to go from 5,300 square feet to 33,000, it doesn't go unnoticed. And we've been around, we now service 3,800 kids annually in 9 counties throughout southwestern PA.
Lawrenceville Distilling, proud sponsor of Let's Talk Steelers.
here at the Italian Village Trattoria, Route 28, Waterworks Mall, and Terra with Italian Village Trattoria has a game day special for you. All you got to do is call the Route 28 Italian Village Pizza Trattoria on a game day with your Pittsburgh Steelers. Mention Let's Talk Steelers TV show. And Tara, what's that special?
Buy one, get one, any size pizza, pickup or delivery.
Buy one, get one free, any size pizza, and all they got to do is mention Let's Talk Steelers.
That's right.
All right, you know what to do, so go get it.
Let's Talk Steelers is sponsored by Italian Village Pizza, Lawrenceville Distilling. Enjoy their handcrafted spirits. Visit Canton, Ohio. Red Fox Winery and Lounge. Call Italian Village Pizza on Steelers game day and say, let's talk Steelers. And any size pizza is buy one, get one free. Takeout or delivery. Let's talk Steelers.
Hello, Steelers Nation. How would you like to win a trip to Canton, Ohio? That's right. All you got to do is like Let's Talk Steelers on X, Facebook, and YouTube. You got to do the trifecta. Let's Talk Steelers. You'll be entered to win a trip to Canton, Ohio. So I want you to like Let's Talk Steelers. You'll be entered to win a room night in Canton, Ohio, and a tour of the Hall of Fame. So let's talk Steelers. Hey, welcome back to Let's Talk Steelers. I'm Tanky's Mike, and this is a beautiful bottle of parking chair vodka from Lawrenceville Distilling. Lawrenceville Distilling. You know what? Go down, see the guys down there, Joe DeGroot and his brothers. Get some parking chair vodka as gifts for people coming back to the Berg for the Christmas game, and you'll go, here's some parking chair vodka.
Are you a
You can't get that in Seattle.
Are you a vodka
Tuna
tailgate?
fish vodka in Seattle.
So you vodka tailgate, or is that what you do, or are you a beer tailgate?
Yeah, I vodka tailgate.
Or are you a bourbon whiskey?
No, I go crazy like an Irishman if I drink whiskey. No. I learned that lesson a long time ago. You know who I hope has learned their lesson is your Pittsburgh Steelers went up against the Cleveland Clowns a couple weeks ago in that it looked like a snow globe got shaken up there, Mike. It is the redemption game at Heinz Field at Acrisure Stadium this coming Sunday. The Steelers offense caught its stride against the Bengals. How do you see things playing out this Sunday?
I actually think they got things going. I think they got to just make sure they handle Myles Garrett. He kind of got after him a little bit the last game. Maybe help out a little bit on that left side, that blind side of the quarterback. Keep the tight end a half second longer. Get that chip in there, and then maybe get a little bit quicker pass the game. Get the ball out fast. Don't allow him to have any impact on the game.
Myles Garrett has 10 sacks on the year. No doubt he's formidable. Mike, I keep going back to the technique of the Steelers' offensive line. Now look, Dan Moore was thrown in the frying pan a couple years ago and trying to block for Big Ben. He has made strides. But again, just looking at the tape of Dan Moore against Myles Garrett in the last game, there's some fundamental techniques that are allowing Garrett to own him.
I don't know necessarily it's so much just him. I mean, Myles Garrett, you have to give credit when credit's due. Myles Garrett is the defending player.
I get it, but if your technique is off against Myles Garrett, he's going to exploit that.
Yes, but I mean, he is one of the biggest, most, he's just a specimen. He's a human specimen. He's like the Javon Curse back when I played. He's a freak, and he's got no body fat on him. The guy's a big man. He can move. He can do basically whatever he wants. You're going to have to help out. It's tough. I mean, if you're going to go one-on-one with him, that ball has to be coming out quick, and I think Russell Wilson understands that. So they're going to have to, whenever they do want to go downfield, get the chip. Otherwise, that ball is going to be coming out quick. He's going to make quick decisions. And the thing is the Steelers got to play complementary football with their defense. The Steelers' defense is one of the best in the NFL. If they can get a few turnovers, you look at what the Browns did this past week against Denver. Jameis Winston had a couple pick sixes. They're playing up against a rookie quarterback in Bo Nix, and Bo Nix looks like he was a Pro Bowl quarterback out there himself. So I think Russell Wilson, seeing it the second time around in a clear weather game, good surface. I think the Stil'rs, I think they come back ready to make a statement in this game. They know this is a race to the finish with the Ravens. They get the first place seed right now in the AFC North. The Ravens are behind. They know that they can keep on that. They already got the win against the Ravens the first time. So now it's their job to handle the AFC North, and I think they come out big this week.
Again, back to the Bengals game, I saw maturation in this Steelers offense, both with Arthur Smith's play calling, the diversity of it. Mike, he used so many weapons, and this offense is loaded with weapons. You look at George Pickens at wide receiver, it's a shame Austin got dinged up with that concussion. But let's talk about the running back position. What a wonderful position, kind of like your Detroit Lions have thunder and lightning in the backfield up here. You now have two, and you always have had a 1-2 punch in Najee Harris. Jaylen Warren looked beautiful last week, and now all of a sudden you're throwing Patterson in the mix with, I mean, he's drinking out of the fountain of youth.
Well, yeah, it gives him a break. You saw how strong Najee is. Sometimes he gets into the habit of holding the ball with one hand, fighting for those extra yards, and he's got to make sure as long as he's fighting for those extra yards to cover that football up, because he coughed it up 2 weeks ago. You don't want to see that happen. It makes fans nervous a little bit. He does bounce around a little bit, but he needs to stay back to what you are. Najee Harris is the thunder. Jaylen Warren is the lightning, and then Cordell Patterson's a little bit of mixture of both. He kind of is a change of pace guy, but I love when Najee goes north and south. When he gets going north and south, no one wants to tackle him in the secondary, but you got to get him going early. That play action pass, not only does it, not only the running game helps the passing game, but to me the play action pass helps the run game, because you keep on doing it. Oh, here, it's a fake. I got to get out of there. Now all of a sudden they do get out of there, and now you're handing the ball off to Najee Harris. He's one-on-one with a linebacker in the hole, or even a safety, and he's going to run him over 9 times out of 10.
Mike mentioned about fans and comments about Najee. I'm really adamant about this. I see so many comments about Najee. Oh, quit jerking around. 2 years ago, people were throwing him under the bus. Let me tell you something. Najee Harris is one of the best running backs in this league. Mike, he has only been in the league for basically 3.5 years now. This is his 4th season. He is the 5th leading rusher in the league over those 4 years, behind Derek the Horse Henry, Saquon Barkley. That's rarefied air. So I'm tired of you people in Yunzer Nation saying that Najee ain't no good. He dances around and he jukes around. Look, he is a special breed of running back. He runs like he runs in tandem with Jaylen Warren. Don't change your style.
Well, no,
keep running the way you're running.
No, he's a big guy and he can run hard. He's got some good size to him as far as height-wise as well.
Yeah, he's a big man.
To me, is he that top tier with Saquon Barkley and Derrick Henry? Not quite. However, this
would you rather he be the 39th?
Well,
as opposed to 5th?
But what I'm saying is obviously this is a contract year for him. Someone's going to come and get paid. This might be a situation for him where, the Steelers can maybe, hey, what we do. We're going to give you a little bit. You're not going to give him that top dollar of a running back. However, you're not going to bottom tier him either. I mean, he's a top 10 running back in the league. He plays Steeler football. He's extremely durable, and the Steelers would rather have him than not have him.
One of the other things that happened in Cincinnati was the development of both of our tight ends. We've seen Washington throughout the first part of the schedule. He is what I knew he was out of Georgia. He will catch anything you throw at him. Now all of a sudden, Freiermuth is back in the mix. He comes up with some points, some catches. Mike, now you got running backs, you got tight ends.
Well, they've got multiple tight ends. They got Hayward and so they've got, I think they carry 4 tight ends on their roster, which they can get in that heavy package run. They've got Skoranek, who's a little bit more of a blocking receiver. Van Jefferson is another one who's not afraid to get down and dirty in that run game and get in that blocking thing. They can open up some RPO type stuff with that as well. But then you got Justin Fields that comes off, and again, they keep on showing Justin Fields' ability to run. I'm surprised Cincy fell for the inside zone and had no contain with him. they didn't realize how fast he is, but he can move, but he can also throw it. And the thing is at some point, one of those third or fourth and short yardage plays, you're going to see him pull up and hit something, and it's going to be because everyone's going to expect him to run the ball, everything. So the Steelers are using everything. They're getting creative with all their personnel.
I love it.
And that's what Arthur Smith is doing, and that's why his name's going to start to surface around the league as potential head coaching candidate.
One statistic before we go to commercial break I found this week, Mike, that is really fascinating. Do you know who has taken the most sacks in the league? What 2 quarterbacks? You'd be right if you said Justin Fields and Russell Wilson at 155 sacks each.
Are you sure about that stat?
Absolutely. So that is a stat that concerns me. All right, when we come back, we're going to talk about, more Steelers versus the Clowns. I really don't like Cleveland. I don't like their lake. I don't like their beer. I don't like their fans. I don't like that what is that, an elf? Or whatever it is. I don't like Art Modell.
Do you like dogs?
There's so many things I don't like about Cleveland.
Lawrenceville Distilling, proud sponsor of Let's Talk Steelers. Let's Talk Steelers is sponsored by Italian Village Pizza, Lawrenceville Distilling. Enjoy their handcrafted spirits. Visit Canton, Ohio. Red Fox Winery and Lounge. Call Italian Village Pizza on Steelers game day and say, "Let's talk Steelers." And any size pizza is buy one, get one free. Takeout or delivery. Let's talk Steelers.
Mike, it's your favorite time of the show. It's the fan of the week. Are you excited?
Yeah, love it.
Yeah, he seems like it. Dottie Drake. Dottie Drake is the Let's Talk Steelers fan of the week. Dottie's now entered to win either the Mike Webster jersey or a trip to Canton, Ohio. Includes a tour of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. My bust isn't in there. We know that. Or she can win the Mike Webster jersey. You could be like Dottie Drake and be entered to win either the Mike Webster jersey or the trip to Canton, Ohio. All you got to do is like Let's Talk Steelers on Facebook, X, and YouTube. And at the end of the year, Mike's going to reach his hand into the Steelers helmet behind us and pull out one winner for the Mike Webster jersey and one winner for the trip to visit Canton, Ohio.
What time of the year is the trip to the Canton, Ohio?
Whenever Dottie wants to go.
Good.
Whenever Dottie wants to go. Ho, 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 Steelers Nation. Christmas time is right around the corner. You know, Charlie Batch's foundation does some incredible work working with youth right here in Pittsburgh. Why not help out Charlie's kids this holiday season? Log on to batchfoundation.org, batchfoundation.org, and you can learn how to donate some cash or toys for Charlie's kids through Batch of Toys for the holiday season. Again, Charlie's Foundation does some incredible work here in the Pittsburgh area, bringing some holiday cheer to Pittsburgh families. So log on to batchfoundation.org to learn out how you can be Santa Claus too. Hello up, Steelers Nation. It's Tank and Mike. We're back talking Let's Talk Steelers. And can you smell that pasta here at Italian Village Pizza? Can you smell it?
Why are you snorting?
Because I'm like, I want to go eat, but we can't until after the show.
All right, let's go.
You got to come to Italian Village here at Waterworks Mall, Route 28. All the pasta's homemade. The sauces are homemade. It's delicious. You love their pizza. I mean,
Well, I had the bolognese last week and it was awesome.
Bolognese. I can't even say that. All right, your Pittsburgh Steelers defense has to go up to a hot quarterback. A hot quarterback. I never thought I'd be saying that Jameis Winston in his, 9th, 8th, 9th, 10th year, somewhere in there, this kid is now a hot quarterback. He's having fun. Like there's, I got nothing to lose playing quarterback for the Clowns.
Well, he's a little bit of a gunslinger. You saw him at Tampa. He had a lot of interceptions early. Then he kind of got benched. Ended up going to the New Orleans Saints, sat behind Drew Brees, learned underneath Sean Payton, and then learned behind Drew Brees. And that's one of the best things is what a young quarterback can do is sit and watch and learn. Now, he was forced to play early as a young player, but then he got to go play behind a Hall of Famer in Drew Brees and learn how to handle himself on and off the field, how to prepare like a professional, how to handle a locker room. And you could see the maturation process with him. And so now he's getting another opportunity back with Cleveland, and he's taking care of the football a little better. He's still that gunslinger. He still forces it sometimes.
Yeah, there was
when he starts
2
feeling
pick sixes.
he 3 interceptions
against
Denver and 2 pick sixes, and he probably almost had a third down on the goal line and squeezed in. It just got knocked down. But the thing is he knows that. He knows that's his weakness. He gets a little too excited sometimes, sees those windows. He's got a big, strong arm, and he had a couple tight window throws, and he can make them. But at the same time, sometimes he's putting his team at a risk when he's doing it. So he's going to be a little smarter with the football, a little bit more.
We're going to talk about this again because I trust your football mind.
I will.
All right. Hey, it's Tank. It's Mike for Let's Talk Steelers, live from live on tape. Is there such a thing?
Well, we're live. Yeah.
Yeah, you're alive. I'm alive. Will the Steelers be alive after the Clowns come in? You know what would be miserable is if the Clowns come in here and they beat us again and there's no snow and it's a beautiful 70-degree day and all of a sudden we lose to the Browns. I don't know what I'll do. I'll have a nervous breakdown.
We're from the town with a great football team. We cheer the Pittsburgh Steelers. Chuck Noll and all his friends are all on the beat. Go out and get them Steelers.